Welcome to the webinar, Writing Job Search Documents. The two documents we will discuss are cover letters and thank you notes. My name is Donna Schrader and I am your webinar host. Learning outcomes include understanding the elements of both the cover letter and thank you note. A second learning outcome is information about how to use the cover letter and thank you letter to set yourself apart from other job candidates. The final learning outcome is learning about University Career Center services. First, we want you to learn the elements of a cover letter. A cover letter includes the elements of any letter. Your contact information, the hiring manager and company information are the elements of the letter at the top. Next is the salutation, the person or group you are directing the letter to. Next comes the introductory paragraph, the paragraph that lets the hiring manager know who you are and why you're writing to them. Then the next couple of paragraphs are what I call the sell yourself paragraphs. Finally, you have the concluding paragraph that reiterates your interest in the job and how to contact you. A cover letter offers the opportunity to provide additional information that supports your resume or application information. In a resume, you cannot use personal pronouns such as I, me, or my. However, in a cover letter, you can write in a more narrative style and use those personal pronouns to emphasize your experience and accomplishments. Cover letters should accompany every resume you send to employers. Many websites ask for both documents, a resume and cover letter. Some will make the cover letter optional. If you have the option, always send a cover letter. If you are handing your resume to a prospective employer in person, no cover letter is required because you will say to the employer the information that would have been included in the cover letter. So a cover letter goes with the resume if you are mailing, emailing, or sending it with a networking contact. Format the cover letter exactly like the resume. The same font size, margins, and contact information. These documents should look like a consistent package. Copy and paste your heading information from the resume into the cover letter to create a letterhead. Or you can use a standard business letter format. Provide as much of the company information as you know. This information will come from the job description. If you created a distinctive format for your name and contact information on the resume, this can be copied and pasted to the cover letter to create your personalized letterhead. Address the letter to a specific person or leave the salutation off completely. Do not use "to whom it may concern" or "dear hiring manager." When you leave off the salutation, present the letter as a memo with a line referencing the job title or requisition number. The tone of the letter and resume should match. The documents should not be so different that the employer wonders if you wrote both of them. Keep the cover letter brief, no more than 4 or 5 paragraphs, and tailor each letter to the specific job description. In the cover letter, you will introduce yourself, emphasize information about your experiences, skills, and knowledge that is directly relevant to the job, and then ask for an interview, all in 4 or 5 short paragraphs. In the introductory paragraph, you explain who you are and why you want the job. This paragraph can be 1 to 3 sentences long, and it introduces you to the company or hiring manager. For example, as a recent graduate of Texas Tech University with a bachelor's degree in plant and soil science, I am interested in the entry-level agronomist position with XYZ company. The next 1 or 2 paragraphs provide pertinent information about you relevant to the job description and/or the needs of the company. The middle 2 paragraphs can be bullets or paragraphs. Bullets are easy to change, reword, or substitute depending on the job focus. For ease of targeting the cover letter to many jobs, choose a bulleted format. Use the middle 1 or 2 paragraphs to target the letter for each opportunity. Use the description in the job postings to identify knowledge or skills that are important to the job or company. Do not repeat the exact wording or information from your resume. Use the sell yourself paragraphs to emphasize information on the resume and add new information that didn't fit in the resume. The last paragraph concludes with a request for an interview and reiterates your contact information. For example, I am available at your convenience for a phone, in-person, or Skype interview. Please contact me at phone number and email address. Thank you. The thank you letter is a short note showing appreciation to the interviewers for their time and the opportunity to interview. During the interview, ask permission to take notes. Jot down a couple of words only to help you remember the interviewers and their interests so you can reference that information in the thank you letter. Thank you letters can be sent after meeting with an employer at a job fair, a job interview, an informational interview, and a networking event. Everyone likes to be remembered and appreciated. A thank you letter is a great way to make a connection with the prospective employer. Mention something specific that happened during the interview or some topic of discussion specific to the person who is receiving the thank you note. Write separate notes to each interviewer with different content. They will compare notes. All the goodwill you built up by sending a thank you note is lost when the interviewers compare the notes and find that you sent everyone the same exact note. Send a short email thank you the same day or no later than the next day to each interviewer. A more in-depth handwritten or typed note should be mailed to arrive within 3 to 7 days of the interview. In the longer thank you letter, expand on what you will contribute to the company. You may also revisit a question from the interviewer that you feel you did not answer well. Do not state that you answered the question incorrectly. Instead, write that you want to add information to your previous answer. The University Career Center can help you with information and critiques of your job search documents such as resumes, cover letters, and thank you notes. We also have a great deal of information on interviewing, and you can do mock interviews at the Career Center. Please visit the University Career Center website to see all of the services, including webinars, job fairs, etiquette dinners, and networking events available to current students and alumni. This is a picture of our building. If you're not on campus, you can access us through our website or call 806-742-2210 to set up an in-person phone or Skype appointment. My name is Donna Schrader, and there's my email address. Please utilize that and contact me with any questions that you might have. Thank you.